Attraction does not always happen in the moment. Sometimes it happens later. He goes home. He thinks about the conversation. He remembers one random thing you did. And suddenly he is smiling at his phone like an idiot. That is the weird part. Boys do not always fall for the moment where you tried to look attractive. They fall for the moment their brain keeps replaying. The weird little laugh. The way you got excited about something random. The confused face you made without realizing it. The tiny habit you thought nobody noticed. And once that moment gets stuck in his head, attraction starts to feel personal. Not generic, not forced, personal. So today, I'm going to show you 7 weird things boys secretly fall for, and why these tiny moments can make you way more memorable than you think. And number 7 is especially important, because it is the one most girls accidentally ruin by overthinking. All right, my lovies, let's get into it. Number 1. When you get excited about something very specific. This is one of the most underrated things boys fall for. Not the fake excitement. Not the "I'm trying to be cute" excitement. I mean when your eyes light up because you are talking about something random that genuinely matters to you. Maybe it is a song, a movie, a little cafe you love, a childhood memory, a very specific animal, a hobby nobody expected you to care about, and you suddenly become more animated. You talk faster, you smile without controlling it. Your whole energy changes. Psychologically, this works because genuine excitement is contagious. When someone lights up, we naturally pay more attention to them. It makes you feel alive. It gives him something to associate with you. You are no longer just pretty girl I talked to. You become the girl who got weirdly excited about that one thing. And that is much more memorable. Number 2. When you make a face before you say what you mean. This sounds strange, but it is real. A lot of boys secretly notice your micro-expressions. The little confused face, the tiny eye roll, the "wait, what?" look. The face you make when you are trying not to laugh. Those tiny reactions can be more charming than the actual words you say. Why? Because facial expressions feel unfiltered. They give him a little glimpse of what is happening inside your mind before you polish it, and that makes you feel more real. Sometimes he does not even know why he likes it. He just remembers the way your face changed when something surprised you. And later, his brain replays it. That is the replay effect. Tiny emotional reactions become little mental snapshots. And if that snapshot feels warm, funny, or different, it can stick. Number 3. When you are a little clumsy, but you laugh it off. Now listen carefully. This does not mean pretending to be helpless. That is not attractive. But there is something surprisingly charming about a girl who can have a slightly awkward moment and not turn it into a crisis. Maybe you stumble over a word. Maybe you spill a tiny bit of coffee. Maybe you wave at someone and then realize they were not waving at you. And instead of becoming cold, embarrassed, or dramatic, you just laugh. That can be very attractive. Psychologically, this shows emotional safety. It tells him, she does not need every second to be perfect, and that makes people feel more relaxed around you. A lot of attraction happens when someone feels good in your presence. Not judged, not tense, not like they have to perform. So when you can laugh at yourself in a light way, it creates warmth. And warmth is very easy to fall for. Number 4. When you are focused on something and forget he is watching. This one is powerful. Because sometimes the most attractive version of you is not the version trying to be attractive. It is the version that is absorbed in something. Maybe you are reading something, fixing your hair without thinking, drawing, working, choosing a song, explaining something to a friend, concentrating on your own little world, and he sees you in a moment where your attention is not on him. That can trigger curiosity. Why? Because people are drawn to what feels self-contained. When you are not constantly checking how you are being perceived, you create a different kind of energy. You seem like you have your own inner world, and that is attractive because it gives him something to wonder about. He is not just watching you perform, he is observing you exist, and sometimes that is the moment that pulls him in. Number 5. When you tease him in a playful way. Not in a mean way, not in a manipulative way, not in a "I am going to make you feel insecure so you chase me" way. I mean light teasing, the kind where you challenge him a little, but he can feel that there is warmth underneath it. Maybe he says something dramatic and you say, "Wow, very humble of you." Or he makes a joke and you smile and say, "That was almost funny." That kind of playful energy creates tension, and tension is important in attraction. Because if everything is too safe, too polite, too predictable, the interaction can feel flat. Playful teasing adds spark. It tells him you are not afraid of him. You are not putting him on a pedestal. You are interacting with him like an equal. And for many boys, that is secretly addictive, because it makes the connection feel alive. Number 6. When you remember a tiny detail. This one is weirdly powerful. A boy might act like he does not care, but when you remember something small he told you, it can hit him harder than he expected. Maybe he mentioned his favorite drink once, or that he had a test, or that he likes a certain band, or that he hates a specific food, or that he was nervous about something. And later you casually bring it up, not in an intense way, not like you have been studying him, just naturally. Like, "Wait, didn't you say you had that thing today? How did it go?" That can make him feel seen. And people often fall for the person who makes them feel noticed without making it feel heavy. Psychologically, this works because attention creates emotional significance. When someone remembers a detail about us, our brain reads it as, "I mattered enough for them to store that." And that feeling can create attachment very quickly. Number 7. When you are comfortable with a tiny bit of mystery. This is the one many girls accidentally ruin by overthinking. Because when you like someone, it is tempting to explain everything, every feeling, every reaction, every plan, every reason why you did what you did. You want to make sure he understands you. You want to make sure he does not get the wrong idea. But sometimes, attraction needs a little space. Not games, not coldness, not disappearing for 3 days to seem powerful. Just a tiny bit of mystery. Meaning, you do not hand him your entire emotional world immediately. You let him discover you slowly. You have your own plans, your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own life, and you do not rush to prove that you are interested every second. This matters because curiosity is part of attraction. The brain pays attention to what it has not fully figured out yet. When everything is too available, too explained, too predictable, there is nothing left to wonder about. But when you are warm and still a little unreadable, that combination can be very magnetic, because he feels invited in, but not like he already owns the whole story. And that is the difference. The goal is not to act mysterious. The goal is to have enough of your own life that you naturally are. So, my lovies, here is the real lesson. The weird things boys fall for are usually not random. They are tiny moments where your personality becomes visible. Your excitement, your reactions, your softness, your humor, your focus, your memory, your little mystery. These are the moments his brain can replay later. And sometimes, that replay is where attraction really begins. So do not obsess over being perfectly impressive every second. Sometimes the thing that makes you unforgettable is the thing you barely noticed you did. And if this video helped you understand attraction a little better, like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell. And tell me in the comments, which one of these surprised you the most? The excitement, the micro expressions, the playful teasing, or the tiny bit of mystery? And if you want to understand what kind of woman men actually want to spoil, watch my last video. Men don't spoil perfect women. They spoil women who do this. Because that video explains why being chosen deeply is not about performing harder. It is about becoming the kind of woman a man feels emotionally drawn to invest in. Thank you for watching, my lovies. I'll see you in the next video.